36, UT 1 of 5 on third down conversions. Ash over the middle, incomplete. And Iowa State will get off the field on third down. This defense has done a very solid job against Texas in this first half, especially when you consider all the mistakes the offense and special teams have made.
And how much better would it have been, because it was a third down that they stopped on the last drive for Texas, and then Leonard Johnson got the personal foul and gave Texas life, and they turned it into a touchdown.
So Justin Tucker will punt from the 31. Josh Lenz. Oh, they fake it. No, they will kick it. And it takes a bounce and goes out of bounds. We're seeing a lot of that in college football nowadays.
Rugby punt, they want to cut the field in half and increase their coverage so no one can get out of the zone.
29-yard punt. Let's see what Iowa State can do right after this. Tomorrow on Fox NFL Sunday, the undefeated Detroit Lions look to continue their success as they take on the Cowboys in Dallas, or see the Panthers, Bears, Niners, Eagles, Skins, Rams, Vikings, Chiefs, or Saints, Jags. Or the Giants look for their third straight win as they take on the Cardinals or catch the Falcons versus the Seahawks. Coverage begins tomorrow with the Bill Ford Tough Fox NFL Sunday pregame show at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Check local listings for the game in your area.
Lions Cowboys is intriguing, but I heard a rumor, Gus, you're going to be in Kansas City tomorrow.
Yeah, with you. First down and 10 of the 25 for Iowa State. New running back in the game, Duran Hollis. Should be an interesting game. Yeah, big game for those two teams.
You, me, and Coach Brewster hop in the car after this one and head to Kansas City. Two 0-3 teams. One of them in the playoffs last year, the Chiefs, and the Vikings. Wouldn't be surprised if Adrian Peterson carried it every down in this game.
Second down and 10 of the 25. And Jantz running straight ahead as he gets up to the 27. Dorsey with the tackle. Here's Kevin Frazier in L.A.
Gus, Alabama and Florida, and this is just a simple old pitch and catch, Marcus Allen.
One of the strengths of Alabama's defense is its secondary. They get beat on this play, though.
Andre DeBose, the touchdown. Gus?
All right, Kevin, third down and 8 at the 27. Big game for both those teams.
And John Brantley back in a system that works for him. Drop back, throw it. Throw it up early.
Third down and long for Jantz and Iowa State.
Look at Texas checking out of what looked like a blitz. They checked and dropped 8.
Jantz with running room. Throws across the field, incomplete. Intended receiver Aaron Horn, and the Cyclones will punt once again.
How about that cat and mouse there, partner? You know, both sides checking. Texas looks like they're going to bring pressure at about 8 up on the line of scrimmage. Dropped out of it, rushed 3, dropped 8. Steele Jantz, still a little inexperienced trying to read coverages. I think he was a little confused on that play. Advantage Texas on that third down.
So Vanderkamp punting from the 12, and it's blocked. Picked up. Flag on the play. Running into the end zone for Texas. Looks like Hillis. They'll make that Turner. But let's see. Will this be running into the kicker?
I think they blocked it, so I think that penalty gets wiped out. They got their hands on the football on the punt. It can't be that.
There is no foul for running into or roughing the kicker.
See, because they got their hands on the football, Gus. Watch as they come across at the block point. There's the drop. Vanderkamp, he punts it. There's the ball tipped. Nicely done. That looks like number 7, Michael Thompson, with the block. And then it's picked up and taken in by number 25, Josh Turner.
A 34-yard return for a touchdown. Extra point up and good, and Texas blowing it up right now, 27-0 in the first half.
Virginia Tech and Clemson are playing a big game tonight in Blacksburg, and we always hear about what, Gus? Beamer ball, and how great they are in special teams. Texas in recent years, I think that's their 53rd block kick in special teams in recent years. Second only to Fresno State in the country in the time period they managed it. Texas gets after people in the special teams too.
All right, this college football season, Fox Sports is proud to support the Dream Foundation, who are making dreams come true for adults facing life-threatening illness. There is no greater time to help those in need than when time is limited. Text DREAM to 41518 to donate $10 and turn dreams into lasting memories.
It's a great foundation, and for everyone, just to break it down for you very easily, you've heard of Make-A-Wish for the youngsters who are going through that. This is for 18 and older, for adults going through the same thing, terminal illness. Give them one dream that they can grasp onto.
Right now, it's been a dream-type game for UT. They have capitalized on every possible mistake that Iowa State has made. Turner returning the blocked punt, 34 yards for a touchdown. Texas has only gained 157 total yards. Iowa State 134 total yards, but the Longhorns lead at 27-zip. Lenz and Johnson ready to return. This will be Lenz. And he gets outside, crossing the 25, out of bounds at the 27. A 16-yard return.
Gus, that return off the block punt was Texas's 77th since 1999. That's second in the nation. So they do it in all aspects of special teams, whether it's blocks, returns, you name it, and they ramped it up tonight.
So for Texas, the Longhorns first forcing 3 turnovers, 2 fumbles, and interception. Iowa State missing a 29-yard field goal. They got flagged for a personal foul penalty, which allowed them to get a first down. They threw a big touchdown. And our first down line brought to you by Russell Athletic. Here's Jantz giving it to White down the sideline. Flag on the play. And this run may come all the way back.
And it wasn't just one flag, Gus. 2 officials saw the same thing and threw the flag. Let's see who it goes against. But I'm with you. I'm guessing it gets called back and goes against Iowa State just by the nature of where it was thrown.
Holding number 7 of the offense. The penalty will be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
Big runs. Okay, so here, Darius Reynolds, number 7, the wide receiver, will be the culprit. But on big runs, they always say the first 7 yards goes to the offensive line and tight ends. But if you want something bigger, it's got to be the receivers blocking downfield. Reynolds attempting, gets caught holding, they'll pull this one back.
So a first down for Jantz. He throws, quick strike. And the ball caught by Aaron Horn. Horn gaining 3 on the play, brings up 2nd and 3.
The hard part to me in this game for Iowa State is they're getting everything they can out of these plays, but they need more. They need explosives.
Nothing explosive about this play except for the defense as Hollis runs it, and Steve Edmono comes up with the tackle.
That's a young man they're really high on. Steve Edmond, a freshman linebacker that they think will step in for Keenan Robinson next year in the middle and hold it down quite well, already increasing his playing time.
3rd down 5 at the 32. And a timeout called by Iowa State. Now don't forget, coming up at the half is the Geico Halftime Show with Kevin Frazier and Marcus Allen. They'll have the latest from Alabama versus Florida and Nebraska versus Wisconsin.
Yeah, I figure Marcus has got a keen eye on Nebraska, Wisconsin as a running back with what we expect to go down there in Madison. Two hard-charging, run-first teams going head-to-head in a big one. First Big Ten game ever for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. There's Manny Diaz, the new defensive coordinator for Texas, came from Mississippi State. His last game, a bowl game in Mississippi State where they jumped on Michigan 52-14. He was a hot commodity, and this Texas team has really grasped on to his energy. Spent a week with the Ryans in the offseason, Rex and Rob, and bringing some elements of that attack defense to Texas.
Third down and 5 to the 32. Jantz under pressure. Jantz throws incomplete. But this Texas defense now really swarming as Scott gave him some pressure.
Gus, with a 27-0 lead, they're going to get bolder on the defensive side of the football, meaning they're going to bring more pressure, more people. Because even if you give up something big, you've got a cushion to play with. And there's Christian Scott, just reinstated, a former starter at safety, missed the first 3 games of the year due to suspension. His first game back, he gets after Steele Jantz.
2:53 to play in the first half. Texas will get the football back. Shipley coming up to field it on the run at the 30. And Shipley will be taken down at about the 31, a 40-yard punt, a 5-yard return.
That's really good coverage considering that ball was a low return type football. Those are the ones you catch on the run and hit at the defense. It's really nice coverage by Iowa State.
Iowa State with no answers for this Texas team. And we talked about at the top of our broadcast how the next 3 games very pivotal for this Texas squad.
And think about it, if you look at it this way, the revenge tour for Texas, UCLA they took care of, we beat them last year. They're beating Iowa State tonight, Oklahoma, and then Oklahoma State. That's a part of their revenge tour that they're getting ready for.
Whitaker. And Whitaker crosses the 35 up to the 36. Whitaker already with a touchdown out of the Wildcat formation in this game. And in at quarterback, McCoy once again for UT.
But they're breaking type with their quarterbacks. David Ash is supposed to be the runner. He came in and did a fair amount of throwing.
McCoy, play action, sideline, and the ball caught out of bounds. Mike Davis, nice hands. A 16-yard gain in front of Leonard Johnson.
And I think that with the 2-quarterback system with Texas, they've kind of gotten into a rhythm in the first 3 games. Ash is in the game, quarterback run game, options, things of that nature. McCoy's in the game, he's going to throw the ball more. But with these other teams coming up, and you mentioned, Gus, with this schedule, they're putting on tape tonight tendency breakers that those teams have to analyze. They saw Ash throw it. Don't be surprised to see McCoy do a little bit of quarterback run game at some point.
First down, McCoy, quick screen, incomplete. Ball intended for Goodwin, Marquise Goodwin, the junior. And that brings up second down and 10.
That's well defended by the defensive line of Iowa State. Jake McDonough, number 94. Came from down the line, saw the inside screen, and was right there at the time Marquise Goodwin caught the football.
Now David Ash will come back in for Texas.
See, this is a throwdown, Gus, second and long, but he's in the game. So no longer can you just treat him as a run threat.
And they hand it off. Monroe. And Monroe gets close to the first down. Patrick Neal with the stop, a 9-yard pickup for DJ Monroe. You wonder how long both these quarterbacks for Texas will be able to handle this system because they're both very young.
Very young and competitive. And both young enough right now to be happy doing what they're doing, especially because the team's winning. But at a certain point, one of them will want to be the guy. How Mac Brown and his staff, Brian Harsin, manage that, I think as long as the team's winning, it won't be an issue at all, Gus. I think during that time, these kids are just happy to play.
Mac Brown, we had a chance to visit with him in August when we watched UT practice in Austin. They are changing their philosophy this season after struggling last year.
And it all started with everything. They changed weight program, the tempo of how they went through that, how they were going through practice, terminology on offense and defense with new coordinators, just a new energy and a new life. And so far, it's paid off with a nice start.
Fozzie Whitaker in the Wildcat.